One of the villains that acts as a more literal foil to Batman in his rogues gallery would have to be Man-Bat. He himself is a Batman, but taken to an extreme, and possesses far more physical and animalistic traits of the Chiroptera. Bruce Wayne simply adopts the appearance of a bat to strike fear into the hearts of criminals, whereas Dr. Kirk Langstrom has become one, or more accurately, a bat-human hybrid. Man-Bat would make his debut in the 400th issue of Detective Comics from June of 1970. Dr. Kirk Langstrom was a zoologist working at the Gotham Museum of Natural History, specializing in chiropterology. He would create an extract from bat glands that he hoped would give humans a form of natural sonar sense. Though some later versions of the character had him attempt to cure deafness, here he just seems to be wanting all the power for himself, to emulate Batman in some way. The extract gives him superhuman hearing, but also makes his eyes sensitive to light. His hands begin to lengthen and form sharp claws, and he notices that his face is beginning to resemble a bat's. Langstrom realizes the severity of the extract's side effects and needs to find an antidote, forcing him to go into hiding until that happens. Batman enters the museum to stop the Blackout Gang from robbing its gem haul, and is aided by Langstrom, who takes them out due to his advantage of seeing in the dark. After the fight, Batman flashes light on Man-Bat's face, amazed by what he believes to be a disguise. Man-Bat flees, and Batman wonders if the next time they meet, he will be a friend or foe. We wouldn't have to wait long, because in issue 402, Langstrom returns, hoping to find a cure for his advancing mutation. He breaks into Biochem Limited after he learns of a special compound they have in one of their vaults that might lead to a cure. This time, when he meets Batman, he is forced to attack him. Nothing can stand in his way of creating the antidote, even if it makes him out to be the bad guy. Shortly afterwards, he would realize his transformation was reaching its later stages, as Langstrom's body began to sprout wings, and his animal instincts were beginning to take over. His sonar would lead him to the Batcave, and the Dark Knight would activate lights to blind him. Batman would incapacitate Man-Bat and decide to work on a cure himself, so Langstrom doesn't die a monster. Langstrom would awaken, though, and refuse Batman's aid. He would go to his fiancée, Francine, and convince her to become a bat creature as well, to prove her love to him. Though Batman tries to prevent it and believes Francine had refused, she reveals that she had in fact taken the serum after taking off a fake mask she was wearing. He chases them up the cathedral and uses the sound of the church bell to overload their superhuman hearing. It's at this point that Batman injects them with an antidote he had created, turning them both back to normal. A common recurrence in Man-Bat stories is that Kirk Langstrom would relapse back into Man-Bat due to being obsessed with the power, getting his revenge on Batman, or in many instances, using his altered form to become an anti-hero of sorts after creating a new formula that allowed him to control his powers. Much like many of the classic monsters, such as Wolfman, or the one found in Frankenstein, Man-Bat has many tragic aspects to his story. At first, he did want to upgrade his hearing, to emulate the great Batman, but Langstrom would get in over his head when the side effects of his formula became apparent, resulting in his regret of making it in the first place. When he comes face to face with Batman at the beginning, he is forced to fight him because the law gets in the way of him making an antidote. In some stories, Kirk and Francine have a child named Rebecca. She becomes very ill due to the altered chemistry of her DNA, and it causes Langstrom to face off with Batman yet again when trying to find a cure. He would eventually get the help of Superman and save his daughter, which further soured his relationship with Batman as a result, because during their battles, the Dark Knight had destroyed the only known cure for her disease because Batman believed it had been poisoned. Langstrom thought he was trying to kill her, though. When Man-Bat returns, Langstrom had developed a stronger extract, which made him more animalistic and instinctual than before, barely human, and it caused him to lose his job, money, and strain his relationship with his family. At that point, all he cared about was getting back at Batman, even attacking him at his home, the Batcave. Thanks to his Bat Gland formula, Langstrom possesses superhuman strength, speed, and agility as Man-Bat. His massive wings allow him to fly at powerful speeds, and his super-sensitive hearing give him the ability of sonar. He can also create high-pitched sound waves to not only use in the dark, but also as a weapon against his foes. Man-Bat has always been an unsettling character to me. Depending on the interpretation, he could be anything from tragic to downright terrifying. Having a bat creature of this size chasing you down would give you the shits, like shit running down your leg kind of shits. Let me know what you guys think of Man-Bat in the comment section down below. Don't forget to stay tuned all week long for more Halloween themed content. See you in the next one.